without a doubt. And you have to wonder about how this is going to affect NIP as well, because we kind of got maybe a sense that iBuyPower, or that Cloud9, I actually spoke to them yesterday right after the match, and I said, did you guys come into that match thinking you just needed 10 rounds and it was cool? And they were like, no, actually, we just wanted to win, and we just couldn't make it work. But you got to wonder if it still on some level psychologically plays on you that you're now playing for a round difference and not for a victory.
What's also kind of interesting about that too is it looks like we're just about underway for the knife, but or actually we may be in a pistol the way that these things are playing out right now. So let's go ahead and start things off. Pyjamas on the backside of B. He's going to pick up one there. That was get right as they're exchanging back and forth. Forrest picks up one, as now it's going to be down to this 2-on-2. Apex Kelly, or Callie, is right there, and he picks up one through the smoke, and that's going to do it. Maniac there inside of the site. So now...
Yeah, Team Ace coming out. So everybody picking up a kill each.
So now, one of the questions that are out there, you know, we usually couldn't control the stream for the French Observer. Now, you're in control.
Yeah. We can
point and blame at any time we miss any action.
Yeah, you definitely
I've got the pitchforks out already.
You should definitely do that. That's important. Observing in Counter-Strike is super important, and it's something that needs to be done a lot better here. Callie's going to flash his way in, actually a pop flash for himself. Very easy to do, but very common as well, and he's going to get some damage for it. Not quite a lot here, and he's going for a little bit more. There's going to be the first kill for him. Follow-up as well. Pistols out, but it's not quite good enough. Apex could get shot in the back as well. It's Get Right's turn. See if he can take this fight, and Apex is doing a decent job, as Exist is going to be the last man left. He gets the kill, but not quite enough here. Apex with a triple. An expensive round for Titan, but they do win it.
Yeah, exactly what you mentioned there. It's caused a lot of damage to their economy. Now you can see where we're sitting at right now. You've got... they're going into this third round. Looks like NIP, of course, they did not get that bomb plant in the first 2 rounds, so we'll look to see what they can do going to this one. We see 1 CZ again in the hands of Exist.
NIP. This is definitely, I mean, it's another tournament here for NIP that is looking very, very shaky. It's been like this ever since Cologne, where they did end up winning it, but ever since it seems like they've really been struggling. Or everyone else has been massively catching up. Kind of hard to know which is which. This round ends out decisively in favor of Titan.
Oh, I would think that it is a little bit of both. I think it's a little column A, a little column B. I think they've been trying to overthink exactly what they're going to do. You've got, right now we've got Flaren, who's there inside of mid, who's also now the in-game leader.
Yeah.
So they've traded multiple times back and forth between those two players, Exist and Flaren. And so now, right now, the in-game leader is Flaren. Now, when we first saw it, NIP, they picked up a victory, and they looked very strong, and they thought that, hey, having Flaren as an in-game leader is great. But right now, since they're 2-2, it doesn't look like it's helping out as much as they anticipated.
No, I mean, I was actually pretty excited to see Flaren calling on when they were playing against Copenhagen Wolf this morning, our first game on the main stage. But since then, it's definitely been, I mean, probably not just Flaren's fault for the calling, but it seems like NIP as a whole are still not out of whatever slump they've been in. There's still something that isn't quite working. Although this time, it could definitely work, because this could end up being a B-split push, and you can see they've actually made their way quite far in. Existence is trying to keep an eye on it, and I'm wondering if they're going to try and fight, or if they're actually going to push up a dark. That's something Titan sometimes do. Instead of fighting mid, they just push and clear up a dark, and then they try and retake the bomb side afterwards.
You can just see how close that is. That's Kenny S. that was just on the other side. He's going to be pushing in. Kenny's able to pick up one. He's going to fall there to Get Right. Exist pushing through the doors. He's able to get one. Now it's going to be left up to this 2-on-2. 20 seconds left to go here. Exist saw one. They both saw each other. They were not anticipating to be there, and Apex pushes straight through the window. Get Right's in a really tough spot. He has to watch both angles, and so the first gun round is going to go to Titan. And so now the score is going to be 4-0.
Yeah, very nicely handled from Titan, to be honest. No panic at all in them. Smooth play, even though they did lose a guy coming in through main first, or in through the B hallways. Still just did pretty well.
One of the things that I like, though, too, if you bring back up the map there, in that same exact area, you saw where Kenny S, he smoked it, but it's a basic smoke that we see right there kind of in the mid-range. But one of the things that was interesting to me is Kenny S actually used that as a wall to his back. Like he was just watching it from the backside. Look out for existence though, as he pushed all the way up there into the lower B area. He does get picked off in a trade, but 2 members have been dropped from NIP and looking to try to make it 3. It has been 3 after Cali picks up 1 with the AWP.
Titan are merciless. They do not give a damn about nip and their round difference. They are here to win it on Dust 2, and this is one of Titan's really strong maps. They are terrifyingly good on this, especially when they get the double AWP set up, and it is a real pleasure to watch Titan play this map most of the time, I would say. Get Right has been spotted in this corner. He's trying to get some help from Freiburg, who's coming in as well, and that's going to be a good headshot onto Apex, so that much works out for NIP, but there's still a 2-on-3, and in this bomb site, as a terrorist, you're so exposed. Now, they want to plant for short, and they want to keep controller short, but they have no grenade with which to do it, and that's such a big difference.
That is going to make a difference right now. If you've got 1 player, that's Maniac. He's going to be pushing up there towards Catwalk. You got 2 players, Kenny S, as well as Cali. Kenny S with his AWP. Of course, both of the ops have been brought out there, and Freiburg doing some work here now. He's been able to pick up 1. He's got 2 ops to worry about. Both of them are going to pop some shots at him, one after the next, and there you go. They decide to go ahead and switch over to that P2K. As now the score is going to be trying for the defuse, and he will get it. 5-0 now in favor of Titan. And now at this point, if NIP can't close the door on it and have a run, which is going to be difficult nonetheless. But at this point, based off of what we're talking about, that round difference based off of what you were mentioning, is saying that it should be over at this point for NIP.
It could be. I don't want to put everything on the line here, though. Kenny, that's such a great headshot on Get Right. He ran down suicide. He thought that smoke was going to save him, but it obviously does not. And Apex up on short, taking the next kill. Either way, NIP needs to win as many rounds as they can, and currently they have 0. That's a nice pop flash from Maniac. Titan are playing a high level of Counter-Strike right here.
And taking a look, I've actually seen a Maniac do that multiple times. He first starts this first flash thing. I'll explain it. I'll let this round play out, and then I'll explain exactly how this goes in. So right now it's going to be left up to Flair, and spraying and praying through the fire. He's going to get taken down. So going back over to this area over here where Maniac is, where he throws his first flash. So his first flash is always off of the ground. He throws it with the hardest way you can throw it, so he throws it with mouse 1, bounces off, and then pop flashes over. His second one, right after he throws that one, he throws a secondary one where it just lofts over the top. So that's that soft toss. And so from there, he gets both of those flashes, so it kind of provides him with a little bit of a different angle. You'll see that time and time again for Maniac.
Eco round from NIP, Apex, and Kenny down the middle here. Again, very aggressive move. And against the pistols, it works even better than it did in the previous round, although they will lose a player here. And Kenny looking with the C-set, 75, running and gunning. Going to re-peek against the assist and take him down to another kill for Kenny. Makes it a double. He's got 12 health, and Forrest just wants to find him. These orbs are just working together. It's Kaylee and Kenny in the middle just finding it out. This is, I mean, if this was chess, these would be like the 2 towers. They're just like moving all over the place, and as long as they cover each other, it's really kind of hard to deal with.
They're working both like towers, just sitting on both sides of the map at times and just making things happen. One of the things that I like about having both of these types of offers, I mean, they have a different approach to it, but in the end, they're very successful in their opping skills. We can just take a look at the perspectives. So you see that you've got Cali, who's watching it in a certain way, just traditional watching long A, and then you've got Kenny S, who's over there towards the B side, who's also watching it in a traditional way from the back side. So
actually, I'm surprised. I didn't realize, but Apex is actually the top fragger at 13, 1, and 3. So while everyone else is getting kills with the rifles, then
he's been catching a lot of players in rotation, for what I've seen. And he's been picking up a lot of kills during those eco rounds as well. But there doesn't take away from how well Titan is playing at this point in time. Great, perfect timing on the flash, or possibly just a call out there from Apex.
Yeah, very nicely handled. And actually, I think Exist could have even gone down too. I think Apex maybe misjudged his spray a little bit. So that could have been even better. But 7-0 is such a stunning start here for Titan. And Cali, he's waiting up here. The smoke is going to go up, and he's just going to jump up and look over it. And Get Right.
That's my favorite spot right there.
Yeah, it is such a good idea. But I think Get Right kind of saw it coming a little bit. They're still running out of time. Now they're pushing up inside the bomb site. And
Great job on the fire there.
He's going
on both sides from long A as well as inside a Goose.
Nice job for Maniac. He drops 2 of the players coming in, and Get Right actually never took the fight out here with Cali. Flick is missed once again, and now it's going to be, just, he sent flying at the end there. Fiflaren.
Took out his knees. Pretty
much. I think an AWP bullet to the knee is worse than an arrow to the knee.
I think they're both pretty bad. I think one, if you take an AWP bullet to the knee, your leg is gone.
Yeah, that's about right.
I think you take an arrow to the knee, I think it stings a little, but you don't. At least you still have your leg, unless you get a main vein or what, or a main artery or anything like that. But
you could be all right.
You could still keep your leg most likely. I'll give you another story. I said we'd limit the stories. I didn't say we're not going to have any stories, but but right now it scores 8-0. And take a look at the setup right now here on the deep.
Yeah. Cali, and he peeks with a smoke grenade out. Was never going to win that battle against Forest.
Well, when you're leading 8-0, you start to become a little bit more comfortable as the game goes along.
Maniac up here to help out. Shot rang through. I think that was a double shot, wasn't it? It did damage to both. I think Maniac's going to take 2 exceptional headshots. A third one coming in. Maniac decimating NIP over at A long.
That is just silly.
Corey.
No.
We don't have this technology here, but if we did and we could tune into NIP's team speak right now and listen in, I have a scary feeling that it would be silent as a crypt. I feel like maybe NIP, they don't give up, but I feel like maybe this must be very hard to handle.
Well, this is what I mentioned. Right now, if Titan win this next round, they tie in terms of round difference if NIP sweeps it from here. So if Titan wins this round and then every round after that, then they would tie just because if NIP wins. Highly unlikely now.
It definitely feels unlikely. It's Kenny who's going to be opening up with a shot from the AWP, and Cali still has his. So this double AWP setup, not only has it been winning them all the rounds, it's also been keeping the AWPs alive for all this time. So I mean, it's not even costing Titan a huge amount to keep these alive. It's pretty incredible. It's going to be a B-split push coming out eventually. Get Right over here to make sure no one's flanking around, but it still requires the rest of NIP to actually make an entrance. And with Kenny up here, it's not so easy.
Existence playing very close right there. Now you can see that smoke, so that chokes off Kenny S from making an AWP shot there. So he's going to just navigate his way over there towards B double doors. There he's able to spot 1, sprays down 2. And so now you can see Kenny S just over on the outside. He's going to wait for his teammates to make his move, but he finds Get Right now. It's going to be left up to Forrest here.
Yeah. 1 on 3. Such a tough position for him to play in. He's going to have to try.
15 seconds.
Yeah, the time doesn't make it any easier.
Nice shot.
A great headshot on Cali. Goes for a second one. Kenny just darts out a little bit. Down to 5 health. He's being shot in the back, and that's going to be it. Kenny will seal the deal. Triple kill here for the French AWPer. And, I mean, it's Kenny actually overtaking Apex in terms of kill ratio here. 15, 5, and 3. That's it's a kill death ratio of 3. That's pretty impressive.
Ain't too shabby.
Or more than that, actually. It's pretty damn good.
We'll work on the math later.
I'm impressed.
So now we see the stack there inside of mid, taking a quick look over that smoke there. And they're going to be pushing up. Expecting it is going to be Freiburg. And you had Fiflaren right there. They both have Galils. And you can see right now, notice they decided to buy whatever they could here.
Yeah.
And so that kind of goes back to what I was saying. They need to win rounds here.
Oh, but Kenny and Cali, you've got to be kidding. He takes down another one. A triple kill, the best possible start for NIP. And then it just gets sniped away. Kenny with the C-75.
That's it.
Titan are indestructible at this point. If you can't win based off of that kind of start, they took almost no damage. They got 2 clean kills in the middle. They end up 5 on 3. And then the double AWPs still tear them apart.
And they know that it's over now. Well, first, there's 2 sides of it. They may have not known that it's over, as the fact that they're down by 10 rounds. Oh, Kenny S has no respect.
I just have no idea what's happening anymore. Kenny's mid like a whole new level. And they don't check the corner either. Existence is going to be here, and the round is going to be over in a matter of seconds. Kenny picking up a triple. He's 25-3. Right now, Kenny is gunning to have the most incredible first half of almost any global offensive game I think we've seen so far.
Nearly 7-1.
Yeah, he's gone Super Saiyan at this point. There's no stopping him.
Super Saiyan. I saw the shirt back over there here in the venue. That it's a Superman shirt, and underneath it like pulls back, and it looks like how Superman pulls back his jacket. It actually has a Goku back in the back.
Now, this is what Kenny needs right now. Somebody needs to come up with some really good photoshops. He gets the first shot on Exist, and he pukes up, and he even flashed. He takes down Freiburg.
How does he get out of there? That's what doesn't make any sense to me. Not only does he get the pick, but he's able to fall all the way back towards mid-double doors and get out of there. Kenny S is saying, I'm going to play everywhere now. And finally, Get Right answers back. NIP is just looking to try to at least win a round.
This is, I don't know, I'm trying to come up with a really good metaphor. There's
so many ways you can take it, though.
There is. Kenny's play is beautiful. It's just purely beautiful right now. Cali will go down, and finally NIP have a really good chance here. They just need to not fight and peek when there's no reason to. Geroi goes down, and Existence, if he clutches it, it's going to be just pure humiliation. He's got the kid, he's got no grenades, and he's making his way up here, and this time Forrest is finally going to put an end to it. 12-1.
It's unreal that we even see a matchup like this in the long history that has been between these two teams in particular. And just it's sad to see that history is kind of starting to dwindle away now, as NIP is not playing to the level that they need to. There was some concern for the French teams between Titan and LDLC or Very Games at the time. You started to see the French teams say there's something not working anymore. But look out for Cali. Look at this, just picking them off one by one. And that is just insane. That just shows how much control they have. But it's been interesting to watch this storyline for the French as they kind of went through a quick rebuilding phase, or more of a remodeling stage. And they've gotten themselves, both Titan and LDLC, more so Titan though, to a top-notch level again.
Well, apparently Titan do seem to be functioning extremely well. Kenny again going with a bit of an aggressive move. Yeah,
that's just no respect.
Well,
and he double zooms just at the wrong time, so he doesn't spot a player there. So look, you can see Apex. He even feels comfortable that he can just drop down from catwalk, not even pay attention to what happens in mid.
This has just been an unreal half for both the French snipers here. It must be very, very hard for NIP to deal with.
And Exist is catching on fire. And for Flaren bails, and he gets taken out. They're using flashes, but they're not utilizing them that quickly. And so you can have Titan, they quickly rotate now.
Oh, Kenny even makes it around the corner. A lot of flashes raining in, but he's still going to pick up the kill. No scope is going to miss finally, though, but it's just Get Right here. 1-on-3, and he's not controlling the bomb either. Takes a shot right through the smoke. I mean, that was exceptional timing. But in the end, it'll be a 14-1 half. And, well, good half is called by NIP. So, I mean, they're still having some good sportsmanship here, but they must be feeling awful at this point. That's
very tough to watch. Taking a look at the scoreboard real fast, we wanted to see Kenny S ends up at 25-5. At this point right now in the first half, he has a 5-1 KDR.
Yeah.
5 assists as well.
Yeah.
So he's like leading. He's leading in every category.
Yeah,
he's one of the lowest. Yeah, he's tied for the lowest deaths. He has the highest kills and assists in the entire game. So he's got the best case scenario all across the board.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the Silver League, I feel like it's been a long time since you've seen a performance like this. Kenny has just made this look so easy, but he hasn't been alone. His Apex and Cali's been picking up every time. There were a few times when Kenny did die, they were right there to pick it up. And that's actually something that sometimes doesn't happen for Titan. Sometimes they do just end up relying exclusively on Kenny, and when he fails, everything crumbles. That definitely wasn't the case today.
right, so now we got on board here with Exist. Taking a look at the overall right now. You've got 4 players from Titan going to be heading over there towards Long A. You've got Maniac over by Catwalk right now. Exist is going to go ahead and spot 1. And they're going to go ahead and rotate. It's a quick rotate from NIP. They're going to go ahead and collapse over there towards that side. Maniac is going to fall. And so now it's going to already be down to a 2-on-3. Freiburg, he's the last man standing. He's going to have this battle. And now it's 15-1 in an ace.
Yes, an ace from Apex. Somehow in the middle of all of that, he picked up 5 kills. They were all gunning, but I can't believe it. 15-1. This is a stunning performance from Titan. Otherworldly performance from Titan.
Wow. And so this will be possibly our final round that we'll get the chance to see NIP. We'll see who's going to move on in this group. They're going to go ahead and push up now.
I mean,
the Flarens made some good shot, or picked up 2 nade kills.
Yeah, but they have so little health. At this point, NIP aren't exiting the tournament. They're being thrown out. Titan are really making a statement. It's been a very, very interesting experience here. Maniac with a kill, and last turn line is going to be Fiflaren, 16-1.